Dan ASMR. Dynamite Dan ASMR. Also, this is going to be going on Explicit Blabber TV, so you might see it on one or the other or both. We are doing some pulls, one card pulls, one, just one card pulls for Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, Aries, Leo, Sag, Scorpio, Cancer, and Pisces in that order. I am going to timestamp it. The timestamps will be below. If you want to book a personal reading, my Cash App is in the description bar. It's going to be in the comments, and it's in the title as well. We're going to be charging $25 for personals. And that's it. You know what I'm saying? Just look for the timestamps down below, and let's get into it. The first sign we're going to be pulling for is Gemini. We're going to do air signs first. Gemini. What's good, Gemini? Let's go ahead and shuffle these cards. How you guys been? I hope you guys been good. Gemini and all the other signs as well. Hope you guys been good. Spirit put it on my heart to come on here today, so we're here today pulling for Gemini. We got your third eye is out of alignment. So Gemini, your third eye is out of alignment. Your third eye has to do with your perception of yourself. You know what I'm saying? Your third eye has to do with your dream state, how you dream. You know what I'm saying? All about how your perception of yourself, right? And so what we want to do to get back in alignment is by focusing on your relationship with God kind of tethers you back into your perception of self, right? Viewing through the lens of God helps you to rebalance that out. You know what I'm saying? So whatever type of worship, whatever type of thing that you are, everybody's on different levels in their spirituality. Because of that, you might be reading the Bible more. You might be going out in nature more. You might be hanging out with your friends more, people who like encourage you and put you in that crown, like in your crown energy, because your crown is here, your third eye is here, right? So that crown, your crown really balances out all the other chakras. So once you get that crown together, you get all the other chakras together. But your throat, your third eye, and your crown have to do with the heavenly realms and your communication with the heavenly realms and stuff like that. So if you fix one of the other, you know what I'm saying, one out of three, this can kind of come back online. This is really hard because we live in a lot of illusions. There's illusions in the news. There's illusions in the media. There's illusions in the books that we read. There's illusions, you know what I'm saying? Even the Bible in itself has been taken and twisted and altered. So sometimes it's hard to have a proper perception of yourself. But going on a proper self-love journey, understanding who you are, allows for your third eye to come in more powerfully. And at the very least, if you are dealing with problems with like illusions and stuff like that, by you knowing who you are, you're not going to be easily swayed by some sort of illusion that's happening within your third eye, right? Also eating proper fruits and vegetables and stuff like that. So with the third eye, you want to eat grapes, purple grapes. You want to eat plums, you know what I'm saying? The crown chakra and the root chakra actually work hand in hand as well. All the chakras kind of work hand in hand, but so eating beets, roots, like the vegetable beets, that red vegetable, will help heal the root, which will help in turn heal the crown, which will help in turn heal the third eye. So it's kind of like a cat and mouse type of game, but it is achievable, Gemini. Okay, Gemini, that's what I got for you. Let's move on to Libra. Leaping Libra. What's going on, Leaping Libra? Lucky Libra. Let's get one card pull for Libra. Go ahead and cleanse these cards and get one card pull for Libra. All right, it says, today's special moments are tomorrow's memories. Says today's special moments are tomorrow's memories. I hate the fact that it's backwards like this. Hey, what's going on? What is going on? What is going on? You guys, if you're in here, you gotta like, and you gotta share, you gotta comment. I want to see some action. We're doing one card pulls for Gemini, Libra. We're doing all the signs. So yeah, Libra, we have you saying here that you're gonna be making memories. So you're in a good mood. You're in a good mood. Your life is balanced. It's saying don't be afraid to make memories. Don't be afraid to make memories. You're out here maybe playing it a little bit shy. Things are going good and you're just like, why? Maybe you're suspicious about it. Spirit says don't be suspicious about it. That you're going through special moments for a reason. And it's a good time to take out that camera, take out that video. Somebody's having a baby. They're having jitters in regards to their baby. Like it's your first time being a parent. And so you're just like, am I going to do a good job? You know what I'm saying? Am I doing this right? Is this the right ointment to rub on the baby's skin and this, that, and the third? They're just saying relax and enjoy the moment. make memories. Don't make problems for yourself, especially if there isn't any problems. There's no problems. There's no problems. You're saying you're making problems in your mind. What you really need to do is be making memories, Libra. There's nothing wrong with you. That's your card, Libra. That's all I got for Libra. Aquarius. What's going on, Aquarius? Go ahead and leave a like. If you guys are in here, leave a like. And go ahead and subscribe. You know what I'm saying? It's subscription. It's free. Aquarius. Let's go one part. Let's cleanse the cards and get one card pull for Aquarius. Yeah, Aquarius was going good. What's goody? What's goody? What's goody? Okay, we got 999. The number 999 for Aquarius. 999 for me. Everybody has different interpretations of numerology, but for me, 999 has to do with humanitarian efforts, giving back to your community, being thoughtful, thinking outside yourself, thinking about your community. I'm getting a canned food drive. If there's a need for you to want, you see a lot of injustices happening in the world, and you're like, man, I have a big heart, but I feel like I'm powerless to helping. They're saying canned foods. They're saying sometimes you can go down to your homeless shelters and soup kitchens and dropping Tupperware off to them. You can drop paper cups, paper plates and stuff like that. You can go to Dollar General, Dollar Tree, you know, and get those things, you know, whatever store, and you can get those things for cheap, and that really helps your community. And so it's like there's a need for you to want to give back, and so you should be giving back in big or small ways. Say, for example, you're flat broke and you have nothing. Actually looking into mentorship. There's places and spaces on Reddit. There's places and spaces on Twitter where you can, you know, link up with groups of people that need mentorship, that need your advice. There's a need for you to give. You feel like you're always getting something and you want to give. We'll find ways, big or small ways, for you to give so that you can fulfill that hole in your heart, so to speak. Okay, Aquarius? That was your read, Aquarius. Moving on to Earth signs. What's going on, Earth signs? We got Capricorn, then Virgo, then Taurus. So stick around for that. Hi, guys. If you guys are in here, please leave a like for me. There's 4 people in here. We can get 2 more likes to balance out the 4 people that are in here, right? Let's get 2 likes. Let's get 2 likes and get 2 subscriptions too. What's going on, Capricorn? Let's get 1 card pull for Capricorn. All right, Capricorn. Your card says, life moves pretty quickly. If you don't stop and look around once in a while, you can miss it. This is from the movie Ferris Bueller's Day Off. So it's saying take a step back from moving so quickly. You're moving too quickly. You're ripping and you're running and you're running and ripping and running and ripping. You gotta slow down, Capricorn. You're missing out some essential details. You're not being observant. If you take a second to breathe and calm down, you'll realize that you're taking your skills for granted by not really, you know, digging deep with them. You're using your skills improperly by you not taking the time to stop and look around. And they say stop and look around and smell the roses. There's some sort of beautiful energy that you're overlooking. You know what I'm saying? Some beautiful energy within yourself, or maybe the spirit, your team around you. It feels like something having to do with work. You know better than me, but take a stop, take a breather, and that's where you're gonna find the answer. You might want to watch the movie Ferris Bueller's Day Off. The Ferris Bueller Day Off. You might want to watch that. That movie will might give you some more insight into what's going on in your situation. Hold on one second. Let me just move this back. I had it. But yeah, Capricorn, that's your reading, Capricorn. Let's move on to Virgo. We're doing 1 card pulls for all zodiac signs. Go ahead and leave your zodiac sign in the comments. All right, we're getting 1 card pull for Virgo. What's going on, Virgo? What's going on, Virgo? Keep getting 2 cards. I just want 1. Temperance. There's a need for balance. There's a need to have I was gonna say patience. I'm not really getting anything in particular. A middle path, balance, peace, finding meaning, patience. What's going on, Virgo? Let me get a clarification for this temperance card, because I'm not feeling anything from Virgo right now. We're not getting anything from Virgo. So 888. So there's a need to balance out something in regards to finances, or your view on what abundance means to you. You think that you're meant to be in an unbalanced state. Spirit is saying that you can and you have the ability to balance out something in regards to your abundance. It's saying that you are abundant. that you are abundance, that it's not far away from you. It's something that you have. It talks about, yeah, it's like you feel inundated by your financial situation. It's saying to look outside yourself, look outside the resources, the normal resources that you would normally have. That you shouldn't feel pressure to do it all on your own. You know what I'm saying? They want you to balance this out by seeking out something else. Remember that everybody that's around you is your resource. You're not your only resource. God is God, Goddess, that God, Goddess energy is everyone. You know what I'm saying? God speaks through everyone, feels through everyone. We are his spirit. You know what I'm saying? We are his imagination. So we know that we walk around in this energy regardless. You know what I'm saying? We have the power regardless, right? And so when it comes to when you say, oh, I got to ask for help, you're not asking for help. You're asking God. You know what I'm saying? God will use whoever. God's resources goes beyond just you working your fingers to the bones. They want you to know, Spirit wants you to know that you don't have to be feeling like all this pressure on you. You can and you will be able to get out of this by changing your mentality about how you view yourself. But yes, you do have the ability to balance out your frequencies in regards to abundance. All right, Taurus. Excuse me. All right, Virgo. We're ending Virgo. We're going into Taurus. Okay, Taurus. Thank you so much, Virgo. I want to leave you. I don't want to rush the energy. You know what I'm saying? I'm leaving you in peace. I don't want to rush you out of the door, so to speak, right? All right. Now, Taurus. What do we have for Taurus, Spirit? Let's cleanse these cards and go to Taurus. Is anybody a Taurus in here? If you're a Taurus, put a 1 in the chat if you're a Taurus. Or leave your zodiac sign if you are a Taurus, or if you are a Virgo, if you are a Capricorn, if you're a Gemini. What are you? All right. Roadblocks allow you to use creativity to solve problems. Taurus. Are you having some problems, Taurus? What are you having problems about? Let me see if I can get a read on the energy. Sometimes I can, sometimes I can't. Seems like everybody's having trouble with finances and money and stuff like that. Roadblocks allow you to use creativity to solve problems. Okay. So there's some sort of innovative way to approach something. It seems like you want to try something that's non-traditional, but you might be afraid of it, or somebody around you is afraid of it. They're afraid of going on a non-traditional route. They're afraid of going on a non-traditional route, or you're afraid of going on a non-traditional route. What is your zodiac sign? Leave your zodiac sign. You're a Taurus. What's going on, Taurus? You're afraid to go off on a different path, but that's the way that you solve it. Because if you think about it, if the other way was working, then it would have worked. Isn't that simple? If the other way would have worked, then it would have worked. Doing something different, since the other ones didn't work, is the way that you get things going, right? At the very least, trying. You know what I'm saying? This is about being assertive and knowing that you have the ability to solve your own problem. Knowing that roadblocks or boundaries or setbacks and stuff like that, that's not the end of anything. Or it's not the end of you. It's not the end of the situation. It's not the end of the circumstance. It just isn't. Spirit wants you to know, if the camera's rocking back and forth, that's, you know, hopefully you can put eyes to me still. But yeah, it's just like, you have the ability to solve the problem. Essentially, you don't have a problem. That's what Spirit is saying. You don't have a problem. You have a mindset that makes you think that you do. All right. All right, Taurus. That's all I got for you. Okay. What's goody, guys? What's goody? We got Aries. Aries. What's goody, Aries? We got Aries, then Leo, then Sag. Okay. All right, Aries. Come on, fire signs. Fire me up. Fire me up, fire signs. Aries, Leo, Sag. We're going to do Aries first. What's going on, Aries? It says the star. Come on, Aries. You know who you are. You know who you are. You know you're the boss. It's about the star energy in tarot. It's about faith. It's about rejuvenation, hope, healing, and renewal. All right? So, the star. So you know you're the star. you know that you're the star. You know you are a fire sign, right? So you already know this, right? They're saying to remain consistent in this energy, you just have to continue to have hope and faith in yourself the way that you've always had hope and faith in yourself. They're saying that your light is illuminating somebody else's pathway. They're saying that you, somebody from the outside that you don't really know or really take into account, is actually watching you and is inspired by your star energy. Maybe somebody on social media that you've never met before, they like your page. It might be another, if you're a female, it might be another female. If you're a male, it might be another male. So you might not be, they might not be on your radar. It seems like a younger person or immature, like an innocent energy, that fool energy. But somebody's like, damn, I like the way she dresses. I like the way she acts. I like her swag. You know, I like her energy. Hey guys, go ahead and subscribe. If you're in here, please subscribe, like and subscribe, guys. She's like, they like your energy. You know what I'm saying? Aries. So Aries is like, keep up that energy, because you got, like, remember the Big Brother program, how that was big back in the day? It's like that. There's still a need for that energy, because we have a bit very we have a busy lives, right? We all have busy lives. Excuse me. We all have busy lives. However, it's important for us to remember that we can multitask, baby. Let me move my leg. Oh, that was hurting me a little bit. There's a need for us to multitask, you know what I'm saying? Or we have the ability to multitask. You can be, you know, you can be a father, and you can be a brother, and you can be an uncle, and you can be an entrepreneur, right? You can put on multiple hats, Aries. So, with that being said, guys, go ahead and subscribe, guys. That being said, you guys can, Aries, you guys can also be a mentor. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to sign up to be in the Big Brother program to be a mentor. You can be a mentor just by being on social media and showing up and having a presence and being like, okay, if I were to be like looking on as another man, who do I want to see? Who the little version of me, who did I need to be? What did I need to see? You know what I'm saying? I need to see somebody who, you know, man, these young boys out here getting caught up. You know what I'm saying? I done seen little 8-year-old, 9-year-olds already selling drugs. I don't know if you can say that on YouTube. I already see them little kids already selling drugs at such a young age, right? And so, is that the type of influence that I want to be? Nah, I want to show these young kids that there's plenty of other things that you can do that doesn't involve you putting yourself at risk and ending up in the system. And now when you get out, you have a record and you can't get a job. You know what I'm saying? So you being in your star energy means a lot more than just your self-confidence in yourself. You being in the star energy is everybody around you, your entire community is looking at you and going, they look, because what do we do to the stars? Are we looking down at the stars? Some of us are, but most of us are looking up at the stars, right? Most of us are looking up at the stars. Exactly. So people are looking up to you, big or small, young or old, rich or poor. People are looking up at you, Aries. So yes, that's all I got for you, Aries. Moving on to Leo. Let's cleanse the cards for Leo. And move on to Leo. What's going on, Leo? We got Leo. I love me a fire sign. What's going on, fire? It says, don't trust anyone that says you can't do it. Show them that you can. I hate the fact that it shows up backwards. It says, show them that you can, Leo. Now, Leo, I know you don't have no problems with self-confidence. This is a perfect card for Leo. I'm not a Leo, I'm a Gemini, but don't we all love a revenge story? Don't we all love that when the person was down and out on the count? You know what I'm saying? That's why we watch football games. That's why we watch basketball games that are close. We're looking back and forth. Who's gonna win? It's down to the last it's 3 seconds on the clock. The game is tied. You know what I'm saying? Who's gonna hit that 3-pointer? You know what I'm saying? Show them that you can do it. They're not sure. You know what I'm saying? They think the other team. They think, oh, because the score, say for example, the score is 101, and the other score is 100. They think, okay, we got it in the bag. There's only 3 seconds left on the clock. There's no way. Next thing you know, you got Steph Curry. He throws a freaking 3-pointer from beyond half court. Wins the game. Show them that you can't, no matter what. Even if it feels impossible to you, it don't have to be impossible. Just because it feels impossible to you, it does not mean that it has to be impossible. It does not mean that it has to be impossible. Show them that you can. First, show it to yourself. Prove it to yourself. And then show it to everybody else. You know what I'm saying? Work on your skills, Leo. And then show it to... There's a need for you to be ambitious. Going back to what we were saying about Aries. Because y'all are both fire signs. Fire signs are going to, fire signs are all going to go together, have similar storylines. Aries and Leo and Sag, y'all are all going to have similar storylines, right? So Aries just got the card of the star, right? So it's just like people are looking up to you still, you know what I'm saying? They want you to prove yourself right, you know what I'm saying? They want you to, you know what I'm saying? But most importantly, the Most High wants you to prove yourself right. The Most High wants you to show everybody that you can. You know what I'm saying? There's a reason why you have all this confidence, you know what I'm saying, in yourself, Leo. That's because you're meant to show off. You're meant to show off, you know what I'm saying? There's a healthy pride. There's a narcissistic pride, but then there's also a healthy pride, you know what I'm saying? So it's important for us, all of us, including you, Leo, for you to show healthy pride, right, in yourself. So I'm rooting for you, Leo, okay? Moving on to the next sign, we're moving on to Sagittarius. What's good, Sagittarius? Anybody that's in here, you got to subscribe and you got to like. Help your boy out. Help your boy out. Go ahead and like and subscribe. Okay, Sagittarius. What's good? What's goody? Let's get a card for Sagittarius. Let's get a card for Sagittarius. That's my favorite fire sign. Sagittarius. All right, it says don't stop believing in your dreams just because somebody else's dreams didn't come true. Don't stop believing in your dreams just because somebody else's dreams come true. So you got a negative Nancy, a negative Nolan, somebody in your corner that really doesn't get it. That you're standing on business. What's not clicking to you? That I'm standing on business, okay? What's not clicking to you that I'm standing on business? I mean it. You know, Sagittarius, I'm feeling like you're super ambitious. You got a lot of fuels in the fire. Literally, being that you're a fire sign, you got a lot of fuels in the fire, so to speak. And we be burning, trolling, body gotta say. You want to burn, you know what I'm saying? You want to be fired up. You don't want somebody to be dousing your flames and killing your dreams. The spirit is right along with you. They're saying they might think that it's too far gone, you know what I'm saying, but it's not too far gone. Matter of fact, Aries, Leo, and Sag, y'all, all three of y'all got basically the same type of reading. I don't know what's going on with fire signs. If you got a lot of fire energy, you ever be in the room, right? And you just like, you vibing out, you lit, right? And somebody comes in the room with their negative energy and their mouth all twisted up like this. And I'm just like, and they want you to match their energy. They're like, what's wrong with you? Why you're so jumpy? Like, you acting like a kid. Grow up, be mature, this, that, and the third. It's like, you're the one that came over here trying to lower the vibration. I didn't tell you to come over here. Go, if you want to hang out with somebody that's within your vibration, then go hang out with them. You want to go hang out with somebody that has a lower frequency, then go hang out with them. Go seek the frequency that matches your frequency instead of trying to change the frequency. Why are you trying to change the frequency? That's what this person gives. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't want you to believe in your dreams. They don't want you to pursue your dreams because they can't pursue theirs, because they're close-minded, because they don't have the resources, or because they're scared or whatever. Why? If you're scared, just say that. There's nothing wrong with being humble enough to admit, hey, I'm scared. I don't even get why that's a thing, because if you think about it, like scary movies, horror movies, thrillers and stuff like that is a popular genre, right? So why is it that people who enjoy a society as a whole, not me, I don't like watching that type of stuff. I like being happy. I listen to happy music. I watch happy things. I watch romantic comedies. I watch comedies. I watch, you know what I'm saying? I watch happy things. I don't like to watch things. I like sports and stuff like that. I like action and I like happy. I don't like slow stuff. But I'm saying, as a society as a whole, you would think that people would be less scared, because you would think they would be desensitized to it, because there's all these horror movies out. There's always these thrillers out. Halloween, every Halloween, people are dressing up. A lot of people are still doing that blackface thing. It's like, you so as a society, it seems like they wouldn't be so scary. You know what I'm saying? But people are scary like that. Yes, they are very scary. But you, Leo, you're not. So my recommendation is, get rid of this person if you can. Push this person out of your mental space if you can. They're trying to douse your flames. You're a Leo. You're a Sagittarius. I said Leo, sorry. You're a Sagittarius. You're a savage. You're a Sagittarius. You're savage. You know what I'm saying? You're not here to be around this weak, slow energy. You need to be with somebody that's going to cultivate you, that's going to build you up. You don't need to be around this slow energy. Get rid of it. You know what I'm saying? If you can. If it's a coworker or something like that, somebody like you can't avoid, just inundate them with your energy. You know what I'm saying? Just stand on business and be like, hey, this is my energy. If you don't like it, get going. But keep believing in your dreams. It's achievable. You know what I'm saying? Everything is achievable. Anything that you want is achievable. People are going to block you. That's part of your story. You know what I'm saying? You know that movie montage energy? You know that movie montage energy when you're, you know what I'm saying? What's it called? Rocky. You got the eye of the tiger and he's running up the steps and stuff like that. It was difficult. It was hard. It was difficult. It was difficult, but he got it done. You know what I'm saying? He got it done. He had to train. You know what I'm saying? So this is your movie montage moment where there's the negative Nancy's and they're pushing this energy against you and you're trying to fight and you're running up the steps. That's you right now, Sag. But you're going to be good, Sag. You a savage. Classy, fired, ratchet, acting smart. What's happening? What's happening? You're a savage. You're a savage. You're a savage. You're a savage Sag. All right, moving on to the last set of signs. We got water signs. Whoa. We moving too quick. We're moving too quick to the water through the signs. I didn't forget. We already did air and earth, and now fire's done. Now we're moving on to the last three signs. We're gonna do Scorpio, then we're gonna do Cancer after that, and then we're gonna do Pisces. Okay. All right, guys. All right, Scorpio. What's good? What's goody, Scorpio? What's goody, Scorpio? What's goody, Scorpio? What's going on? What's going on, Scorpio? All right. I got 2 cards. I don't want 2 cards. I'm just doing 1 card. We're on 1 card pull for Scorpio. Let's cleanse the cards again. Scorpio, you want to talk? It's like you jumping out. You ready to go. Your waters are flowing. Let's see. It says, fear not of men, because men must die. Mind over matter, soul before flesh. It's backwards, but that's what it says. Trust me. I'm a doctor. All right? No, but seriously, fear not of men, because men must die. You know, human beings have said, oh, you can't do this and you can't do that. That seems to be generally the theme. I don't know what's going on in the astrological, what's going on in the sky. I got to look up the astrology, what sign is in what, you know, what moon is in what sign. Sometimes it can get complicated. I'm just like, let me just go based off of the vibes and let that be what it is. You know what I'm saying? But men must die. You know what I'm saying? Death in itself is not even real. You know what I'm saying? People are like, oh my gosh, my mom died, my dad died. It's like, no, they didn't. You literally can't die. Your soul just materializes into another form. The only thing that's real about you is your breath. Your spirit is your breath, right? So that's all that you are. Spirit doesn't die. It says mind over matter, soul before flesh. So it seems like you have some sort of secret and you don't want people to know. This is what I'm picking up. You have some sort of secret talent or something that you're hiding. You don't want people to know because you're afraid of how they're going to judge you. Maybe you coming out the closet. Maybe you coming out and you saying, hey, I know I've been working for y'all for X amount of years, but I need to leave. And you really love your coworkers. You don't want to leave, but it's something that you have to do. You're afraid of maybe, okay, fearful of, okay, I'm going into this new work environment, but it's some sort of like something that you got to let go of. Like you got to just let go of fear. We create everything in our reality. Every little single thing was created out of somebody's imagination. The first imagination that is God's imagination, which we're living in, right? We're literally actually living in God's creation. And all of us are making little mini movies, our imaginations are little mini movies inside of God's imagination, right? So you can't mess this up. You know what I'm saying? YOLO, you know, Drake had us saying that, about 10 years ago. YOLO. Drake had us backwards. Drake had us out of alignment. Go ahead and leave a like if you're in here. Leave a like. And go ahead and subscribe too. Go ahead and subscribe. So, Leo. Why do I want to go back to Leo? Scorpio. There's no YOLO. There's no such thing as YOLO. You only live once. That makes you feel like you're throwing all caution to the wind. You're not moving with any sort of direction. You know what I'm saying? You're living within an illusion in itself because you think that you can only live once. They're saying get rid of these illusions. Get rid of these things, because the illusions is holding you back and making you look not like a grown man and not like a grown woman. You know what I'm saying? A grown man, you a grown man, you a grown woman. You act like it. You know what I'm saying? You're confident. You know who you are. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You good. You gelling well. Don't worry about what people say. Everybody's going to say something. Everybody has a mouth to speak. You shouldn't listen to everybody, because not everybody is walking around with the knowledge, because this is where everything's happening. The brain is where everything is happening. The average person can't look into someone's brain to see how knowledgeable they are or not. You know what I'm saying? The average person can't do that. So, with that being said, you got to walk around with the knowledge of self, the knowledge of whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish. You got to walk around like that. Don't have somebody else be giving you attention, giving you knowledge, giving you anything. Nah, you walk around it with yourself, Scorpio. Stop hiding. Stop hiding. Don't use other people's opinions of yourself as an excuse to hide. There is no excuse to hide. Where are you going? Where are you going? Huh? All right. Next up, we got Cancer. We got Cancer. What's going on, Cancer? Cancer. Look. I want to pull a good card for you. You know what I'm saying? I want it to be good. Let's see what it's going to be. Let's see what it's going to be, Cancer. It says, when they call, text you, tell them the truth, and then block them for good. Somebody you got to get cut off. Somebody got to. It ain't nothing. Cut that off. You got to cut somebody off for good, Cancer. They might be a Cancer to your dreams, to your success. They might be a Cancer to your success. Yes, they're over there pretending to maybe to be a snake. I mean, pretending to be a friend, but they might be a snake in the grass. You get a bad feeling about it. Your intuition, Cancer, come on now. Your intuition is spot on. It always has been spot on, and it always will be spot on, okay? You know that you're not supposed to be fooling around with them. You know that you should have been blocked them. They should have been blocked, and they should stay blocked. They should stay blocked. You should never have unblocked them if you did unblock them. You got to move forward in your life. This is about being stuck in an old cycle. This is romantic. This feels like romantic. Being stuck in an old cycle. But I love you. Let's get back together. Let's do it again. It's because of my mom. And my head wasn't right. My head wasn't on straight. This time it's going to be different. Then you get into the relationship. And then 2 weeks into it, now you're back to arguing. Now you're back to fighting. Now you're back to arguing again. Now you're back to fighting. Punching holes in the wall. Get out the house. Take your stuff with you. Punching holes in the wall. You can't get your deposit back. You know what I'm saying? You guys go away from each other for a couple of weeks or a couple of months or a couple of years. Then you come back, unblock each other, and go right back into it. Why? Why? It's like you saying, I don't deserve better than arguments. I don't deserve better than toxic environments. I don't deserve better than holes being punched in the walls. You deserve peace, balance, tranquility, abundance, everything that the universe is. I know it's hard to see it because there's a lot of distractions. There's a lot of distractions in the world. It's a lot. It's a lot. Jesus said, look at the birds of the field. You see how they want for nothing? They have food. They have clothing. They have shelter. They have shelter. Why are you worried about this? This is about getting out of these old cycles, getting out of the lack mentality, going into a space that's filled with abundance, knowing that you are abundant. You basically said, I don't think that nobody deserves to love me, or I don't think that anybody can love me properly, or I don't deserve love altogether, or love has to have some sort of drama attached to it. Why does love have to have drama attached to it? Blocking this person for good is not you blocking the person. Blocking this person for good has everything to do about your self-worth, how you value yourself, what you want for your future. Cancer, you got to do it. You got to end it. I don't want to be like seeming like I'm beating you, but like I'm gonna beat you. You know what I'm saying? Verbally, like I'm gonna have to like verbally, I'm gonna have to be stern with you because, excuse me, verbally, I'm gonna have to be stern with you because you deserve more. You deserve more. You definitely deserve more. All right, that was your reading, Cancer. Last but certainly not least, Pisces. 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 Come on, Pisces. What's going on, Pisces? What's going good, Pisces? Let's get one card pull. Just one card pull. Just one card pull. One card pull for Pisces. Even Jesus overturned the tables of the money changers. Healthy anger is necessary in this situation. This comes from the Bible verse, Matthew chapter 21, verses 12 and 13. So you want to look up Matthew chapter 21, verses 12 and 13. All right. This has to do with that. This is about that. When Jesus like saw them wheeling and dealing, wheeling and dealing. I like that. I never say that. Wheeling and dealing in the church, based in the not church, in the temple, right? So they were like saying to themselves, how do we, it's funny that I'm about to say the word money and the money card is right in the probably. But they was over there trying to make some money, right? And they said, what a better way what better way to try to make money than to going after the people that just came from church or going into the church. That way, you know, their heart is all open, their heart chakra all open and stuff like that, right? Because they're like coming from, you know, talking about God. So they all, you know how you is when you come from church. You feel like the spirit is strong, right? You know what I'm saying? The Holy Ghost spirit is strong right now. You know what I'm saying? If somebody says, man, can I come stay with you? You might invite them into their house. If somebody says, hey, man, I'm moving. I need you to help me move. If you in the Holy Spirit, you might be like, hell yeah, I'm gonna go over there and help you move. You know what I'm saying? Hell yeah, I'm gonna go. In a normal circumstance, you would not. You would be like, hell no, I'm not going over there to move no couches. I'm not moving no couches. So Jesus saw that and saw that how they were being played, their emotions were being played with, right? And so they said, they were saying, Jesus said, I'm not going to stand for it. I know what you're doing, and I know why you're doing it. You don't even have to do this here. You can do this at any time. You're doing this on purpose to try to mess with people's hearts. And I have a reason to believe that they were getting dipped, juked, scammed. Like they were saying, like, you know, you can get, say for example, like, you know, you can get 2 of these for like 200 shekels. And then they're like, oh yeah, 200 shekels, that's not bad. But the people up the street or down the street is selling it for like 10 shekels or whatever. Like some sort of scam or something like that, right? So it's like, listen, there's a need for you, Pisces, to stand up for yourself. Pisces, you have a tendency, Pisces, man, every single Pisces that I've met, y'all are just like in your head. It's like we're living on Earth and you're living in a whole nother planet. Like you literally sitting next to a Pisces, and Pisces will be like zoned out to the 10th degree, like seriously. So it's just like, nah, Pisces, you got to come back to Earth for a second, Pisces, because somebody is mishandling you, mistreating you or the situation, and there's a need for you to stand up for yourself and say, no, is enough is enough. I'm not gonna do that. I know it's maybe a little bit out your nature. You would rather just hang back. And the Pisces, you have a tendency to have a lot of emotions, but you just explode those emotions. Like Pisces be in their world, and then they'll be in their world, and then they'll be in their world, and then they just come out of nowhere and just pop up and be like, I'm angry at you about this, and I'm angry at you about that, and how dare you disrespect my feelings, and this and the third. They're saying that also is not the proper approach. It's not just about expressing yourself in a volatile way. It's about knowing when to hold back and not being too much to yourself, but also not being all, you know what I'm saying? Because you want to get your point across in a healthy way, though. So you notice I didn't say anger. I wrote these cards. I made these cards. You notice I said anger. I didn't just say anger. I said healthy anger, healthy rage, healthy. It got to be healthy, right? So healthy meaning balanced. You know better than me what the situation is, but you got to stand up for yourself. Do not let people treat you like a doormat just because you're little. Are you the baby of the zodiac? I think Pisces is the baby of the zodiac, if I'm not mistaken. Or maybe I might have it twisted. I will brush up on my skills, and the next time you see me, I will be more knowledgeable about that. But that's the point. You're not supposed to be treated like a doormat. You're a person. You have feelings. And you shouldn't be having to stay stuck in your own world just so that, or walk on eggshells so that somebody else feels good. Nor should you be exploding off at the rip. You know what I'm saying? You need to have that healthy anger. Okay? That was it, Pisces. You're the last sign. That was it. We 41 minutes in. Okay? And I just want to say thank you for those who showed up. Thank you for those who commented. I love it when people send negative energy. I love it when people send positive energy. All of it gets transmuted. God has taught us how to transmute energy, so that's what we do. We transmute the energy, so all of it returns to us in a high vibrational way. We have a lot of people who are watching. Not everybody's watching with good intentions. Some people have bad intentions. Some people have good intentions, but a lot of people do have bad intentions, especially, you know, in this day and age. There's a lot of spiritual warfare going on. I appreciate you guys for being in here. I appreciate the likes. Look, it's better than no likes. The last time I had no likes. The last time I had no comments. This time I had comments and likes. Okay, that's dope. You know what I'm saying? Look, I'm gonna talk. Even if there's nobody in here, I'm gonna talk. Even if I get no likes and no comments, I'm gonna talk. I'm gonna be here. I'm gonna show up and show out. You know what I'm saying? That's what Dynamite Dan does. Dynamite Dan comes in. I creep up on you. You don't even know I'm there. I come in. I creep up on you. I show up and I show out. That's what I do. That is what I do, baby. All right. So I just want to cleanse the energy, cleanse the space. You know what I'm saying? I just ask that cleansing energy go with you. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus, Aries, Leo, Sag, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. I love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. Times 12. One for each zodiac sign. Love y'all. Once again, Cash App down below. If you want to book a personal, if you see this after the fact, you want to book a personal, just type personal in the chat, in the comments, excuse me, or in the chat if you happen to be here in this last segment. But type personal, book a personal. They're at $25. Sometimes we do them based off of donations. I'm very flexible. You can also leave a donation. You can also leave your energy with me. That positive energy is worth way more than a dollar bill. Okay, it's worth way more than a dollar bill. And so yeah, we just ask that you that I leave you with energy. And so we send off the collective with the positive energy. You guys have a wonderful rest of your day. I will be on later on today, if not later on today, tomorrow, at the very least. You guys have a wonderful rest of your day. The next time you see me, we will be doing ancestor messages. All right, ancestor messages. Let's get some messages from people who are not here with us physically. Okay, that's what we're gonna be doing next. I love y'all. Send y'all away with love and light. Okay.